Harley Davidson Softail gearing adjustments. Catch you inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. If you're enjoying the channel and the series of videos, don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. So in this short video I'm talking about the gearing adjustments that you can make for your Harley Davidson Softail. Now, why would you want to change any gearing? Why would you want to change your transmission at all? Well, there could be various reasons. Maybe it's broken, maybe there's been some damage in there, and maybe you just want to change it for an upgraded gearbox because you've upgraded your engine. Now, if you watched my previous video as well, when I talked about the clutch because you've upstaged, you may want to consider changing your gearbox for £3,500, dollars, shekels, whatever it is, for an aftermarket one, or going to a gearing specialist who may be able to change gears for you. Now, here's the thing. There aren't many options available right now for M8 Softails. What you have Baker drivetrain. They actually do two gearboxes. You've got the DD7, which is basically a seven-speed gearbox, but I wouldn't recommend that, and actually neither do they. I got an email from them confirming this. If you've really gone for a high performance upstage, what they're saying is actually go for the Grudge gearbox, which is a much heavier duty gearbox for that upstage, and that's going to be, as I say, in the region of about £3,500, dollars, shekels, depending where you are in the world, of course. Also, you could, if you didn't want to go to that expense, you could change the gearing or the speed delivery to the rear wheel, and the easiest way to do that is to change the sprockets, the transmission sprocket or pulley, or the rear wheel pulley. Now, you have two options here. You can actually do on the Softails, you can do a chain drive conversion. With the chain drive conversions with the sprockets, you can actually find various sprockets in the aftermarket, so you can change the teeth and number on the front sprocket or the rear sprocket to change the gearing. And essentially you're not changing the gearbox, you're just changing the way that goes to the rear wheel. So for example, if you have a really big rear sprocket on the wheel, that's going to make you go a lot slower but also give you a lot more torque. So let's say if you're into pulling wheelies and stunt riding and that kind of thing, you're just riding around town, you don't really go on the highway, that might be something that you might be really interested in. However, if you really want to go for long distance riding but you want really higher speeds but you're not really concerned about how fast you accelerate, then you may want to go for a smaller rear wheel pulley, or you could go for a bigger front wheel transmission pulley or sprocket. Now, for the transmission pulleys, there's a few options. You could either stick with the stock 32 and just upgrade because you might find a better material out there. You can go down to a 31, or you can go up to a 34. If you go up a size, then that means that whatever power or rotational speed is coming out of your gearbox, your transmission, that's going to make the rear wheel turn faster. So if you want higher speeds, then as long as you can get up to those higher speeds, eventually you will go faster. If you want a slower speed at the rear tire, you want more torque delivered to it, then you could reduce the gearing or the teeth on the front transmission pulley to a 31, let's say, and that will give you more torque but less overall speed. So it really depends what you want to do. For the rear wheel, right now there aren't that many options available for adjusting the pulley teeth from a 66. You can either go to a 68 or a 65. I found a couple, but there aren't many at all. The most change that you're going to be able to make is on the transmission pulley as well. So if you really want to change the gearing adjustments, you could either change the complete gearbox, which there are only limited options available right now. You could go for a custom gearbox, but that's going to be an involved gearing manufacturer as well, and you're never really going to know what that's going to mean for you and your ride until you've actually fitted it. So that's a really risky proposition for you. Probably the easiest way to do it And the one that's going to be more amenable is either do a chain drive conversion and get multiple options for sprockets front and rear, or do a pulley conversion or change, and most notably it's going to be the front pulley, the transmission pulley, the output pulley to the rear wheel. That's the one that's going to give you either a down step or an up step that's going to give you the most latitude. Anyway, so lots of people have been asking me about this, and that's essentially where we're at right now with the 2018 onward Softails. Hope you found that useful. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Check out the website RevelatorAlf.com, and I'll catch you again. Ta-da.